A lot of people keep asking me how can they improve their digital marketing skills. I mean, they're already working in the industry as a freelancer or for an agency or for a client side, but they just want to know how they can improve their digital marketing skills. Now, if you have been watching some of my videos, you know that how much importance I give to reporting and good reporting, efficient reporting. Whether you report for yourself, your management, or your clients, reporting is very important because it shows you where you need to improve. It shows you which are the focus areas and opportunities to make your campaigns even efficient. Now, apart from this, if you are a freelancer or work for an agency, reporting even becomes more important for you, because I have been seeing that clients don't want to wait for the reports. They don't want to send you emails. Okay, this is the report I want. This is the date range I want the reports for. And as well as they want some reports which are screenshot ready. What I mean by that is a lot of clients have to, for example, if you are working with a digital marketing manager, they in turn have to provide these or show these reports to their management. So they want something they can directly take a screenshot and they can put it in their presentation. And if you're, let's say, a freelancer, you work for a business, the business owners, they don't understand the metrics like impression share and all those things. So what they want in terms of reporting is they want a reporting which they can understand, which is more graphical representation. They don't understand the Excel sheets and those metrics we put there. And some of the clients, their priority is always that they want to, in real time, they want to see what's going on in their campaigns so that they feel much more in control of the campaigns and the performance. So they want something which they can see in real time. Now, before we jump into the actual video, I just want to say a quick thank you to the sponsors of this video, which is App My Site. Using App My Site, you can easily create an app in few minutes and you don't need to know website coding or app development or spend huge amounts on app development teams. I remember like few years ago, if you had to create an app, you needed huge funds, you needed huge amounts of money so that a company will develop it for you. But App My Site has made that easy. I mean, even some of my clients use App My Site to they created apps from their website, and it's amazing how easy it is to create and manage the app using App My Site. Now, in case you are interested, I will put a link in the video description below, where you can see in 18 minutes how you can convert your app into a running website. So that being said, going back to our video, I have divided this video into two important parts. The first part is how you can create ready-made template reports with 5 minutes and you don't need any knowledge of Data Studio or any such tools. The second part of this video is about how you can create a Data Studio report from scratch, and not just about Google Ads. You can even add different data sources, let's say for example your Facebook campaigns, your Twitter campaigns, your LinkedIn campaigns and such. But just keep in mind that this is like an introductory video to Google Data Studio. I cannot show you everything in this video, but I will make you familiar. If you have time to play around, you can create any kind of reports you want. This kind of reporting, if you create a Data Studio report for any of your clients, this can go in business pitches as well. So for example, if you want to work as a freelancer or an agency for any client, you can show them in your business pitch that this is the kind of reporting we will provide you, and trust me, this makes a huge difference for most of the clients. Now, when it comes to creating different kind of dashboard reports for your clients, it depends on their requirement. It depends on what the clients want to see in their report. There's no one reporting template I can provide and you can go ahead and create reports with these. But obviously, like, there is somewhere you have to begin, and obviously with the client's feedback. I have been working with some clients for, let's say, 3 years, and we started with a dashboard, and going on, I mean, they always kept asking, can we make these changes to the report? And it looks very different than what we started with. But in general, I mean, I'll show you some dashboards. For example, this is one of the simple dashboards probably I created for one client. I mean, it's, I think, a year ago. So what they wanted to see is, because they were a real estate company, they didn't understand anything, any metrics or share of voice or whatever, search insights. So they wanted a report where they can select a particular date range here, and they can see impressions and clicks, like how many clicks generated in this date range, what was the CTR, how many impressions, and how much did we spend. And apart from that, they wanted to see in terms of leads, because on their website we were generating leads in multiple ways. For example, one was on their website, somebody filling a form. Then we were doing they had an option of WhatsApp on their website where somebody can click and they can ask whatever questions, the leads. And then there was Google Ads leads. We were using the form extension in Google search ads as well. So they wanted to see how many total leads in a particular time duration. They wanted to see how many of those were by form, how many were from WhatsApp, how many were from Google Ads, and how many were from a Google Ads extension. And they wanted to see, because we were running multiple campaigns, they wanted to see for each campaign that how, because ideally they have multiple campaigns, each campaign for a different project. So they wanted to see how many impressions, clicks, and cost for each campaign. That's all they wanted to see. So this is probably one of the simplest dashboards. Now, to give you an idea, for example, I'll show you one more. This is another client. This is how they wanted to see the report. They wanted to see media spend. They wanted to see average cost per lead, visitor duration, visitor to lead conversion rate, CTRs, impressions. They also wanted to see reach, and they wanted to see daily traffic and how many forms filled on their website, lead forms on their website. And they also wanted to see, because we were running Facebook campaign as well, Facebook lead gen campaign. So they wanted to see how many lead gen leads we generated every day, along with the clicks in the lead gen campaign on Facebook. So imagine their website data about Google Ads and everything, then Facebook lead gen, all put in one sheet. And they also wanted to see this table where they can see date wise since the start of the campaign, how many leads every day, how much spent every day, how many leads were generated on social, how much was spent on social, programmatic, Yahoo, and all that shabak. So this is just to give you an idea that how different clients have different needs and how they want to see the data. But the good thing about Google Data Studio is you can customize any data, any reporting in any way you want. Now, this is another kind of report some client might want ask. So imagine this is a multi-page report. So what they want to see is performance overview, one page. They just want to see overview performance, and then they want to see account performance as a whole. Let's say you have one account for this client, and then probably they want one more page for campaign performance separately. Then they want ad group performance, keyword performance, search query performance, auction insights, and all that details. Let's say we'll jump into this, but just to give you an idea. Along with the date range, they want to filter. Let's say they want to check these reports for one of the account. They want to check it for one particular campaign. They want to see for one particular ad group. So they want filters in this as well. So, but all of these reports you can generate from Google Data Studio, and most of them are free. If it's about Google, I'll explain what that means. But this is just to give you an idea. So let's jump into our first section, which is creating a Data Studio report for your Google Ads in 5 minutes with templates. So for that, what you have to do is you go to this website called datastudio.google.com. You have to log in with your Gmail address. If you don't have one, you can create one. And from here, if you see that there is template gallery. Now, if you click on it, you will see a lot of templates, some for analytics and Google Ads. But in this video, I'm just giving you an idea about Google Ads. But if you learn this, obviously you can use any of those templates later. So I will directly jump to this section, which is Google Ads. So there are 4 templates you can use for just Google Ads. If you are running your campaigns on Google Ads, it can be search, it can be display, YouTube, whatever you're running in Google Ads. Now, these are the 2 of my favorite templates. One is this. This is like an overview, one-pager report, which gives you an overview. And then this is Google Ads search performance, is a search. If you are just running search campaigns, this is a very detailed report you can use. So let's go to this one. For example, Google Ads overview. Now, once you click on it, it will open this template here, and you can have a look like how does it look like. So for example, we have an account selection here, then we have a date range, then it shows click-through rate and impressions, clicks, CTR, impressions, then it shows conversions, conversion rate, cost per conversion. Then there is another section which shows cost per click, which will show you cost, average CPC, and average CPM in this date range you select here. Then there is a graph which shows clicks and CTR, like every day how the CTR varies, as well as the impact on the clicks. And then it shows conversion and conversion rate daily graph, and then it shows cost and average CPC. Apart from that, then there is a table which shows all the campaigns with their CTR, average CPC and cost, and then device breakdown, which is clicks, cost and conversions across different devices. Now let's say you like this report and this is the kind of report you want to create for your account or for your clients, or you just want some minor changes. So what you have to do is you click on edit and share. Because this is a template, you will just have to create your own copy to use it. Now what you can do is, now if you see here, it already created a copy. It opened a new window. So I will name, let's say for example, I am creating this for one of my clients called SLS Properties. So I'll name it something like SLS Properties Google Ads Overview Report. Okay, so now what you can do here is, because it's still using the dummy account data. So the first thing you have to do is you have to connect it to one of your Google Ads accounts. Now, obviously, if you see here, I'm already logged in with my Gmail address, and this Gmail address has access to different ad accounts. So I'll have to choose one of them. For example, I will choose this 19898, which is the account for SLS Properties. Okay, so once I select this account, I'll click on view and I will see now data, which is showing for my account now. And I click on edit again. And what you can do is, if you're just creating this for one ad account, just to not confuse your client or someone else using this report, once you select your account here, you can directly click on here and remove this widget altogether, so it doesn't even appear on your report. Now, if you see here, let's say it's showing the details. For example, I have Surge 2 Performance Max 1 campaign here. It's showing all the details about my account. Now, let's say I don't want these three here as well. I can go ahead and I can make these changes to the report. I can select this, remove, select this, remove, and remove all of them. And instead, let's say I like this report, but I just want to also see that how many leads were generated. For example, these campaigns were running in UAE. I want to see a pie chart or a table showing me how many leads were generated from, let's say, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and all the Emirates. So what I can do here is I click on add a chart. I click on, let's say I want a pie chart, right? So I'll select a pie chart and I'll place it here. Okay, so by default, it will show some kind of metrics and dimensions. So what I want is, I want the dimensions to be, let's say, city, town or city, and I want to see, instead of clicks, I want to see conversions that came from each city. Okay, so my report is ready. Now it's showing me in percentages that how many of the conversions I got from each of the city. But just don't forget to rename this because it's an old name. I'll say conversions by city. So that's it. I made the change. Now, if you see here, I click on view. So this is how the report will look like to anyone using this report. And they can change date ranges. Say, let's say I want to see from 21 July to 5th of August. I click on it. It will show me the updated report. So now our report is ready to be shared. So what you can do is you can click on share button and you will have to change the access in manage access here and change this to people who anyone with the link can view. Obviously, if you want to give edit access to someone in your team, you can choose this option. But for now, let's say anyone with the link can view. If let's assume you are giving it to your client and you click on copy. Now, what you have to do is once you copy this link, you will have to share it as it is to the client and tell them this is your report. Now, I just want to give you an idea how it will look to your client. So I'll open an incognito video link tab. So once they go to this report, so this is how it will look to them. So they'll be able to see this report like this. Obviously, they won't have edit access. And also you have to also mention them that they can directly take a screenshot from here. They can change the date range. They can see, okay, I want to see from 22nd July to 3rd of August or whatever. And they can check this report. I don't know, my buttons are appearing in German, but it's okay. So They can also do what they can do is with this option here, share, they can click on, they can download this report. This, by the way, means download, and they can share this link with whoever they want to. And this is how the report will look like. It'll ideally take you like 5 minutes to do this kind of report. And similarly, now I want to show you that was one template. You can again go to the other template, one of my favorite templates, which I showed you, Google Search Ads Performance, and you click on here. And it takes a few seconds to open, and once it opens, you see that it's a multi-page report. So in the left hand side there are navigation panel which will take you to different reports. So for example, search query report, I want to see, let's say, ad group performance. I want to see how each ad group is performing. So it will show you conversion cost by ad type, conversion by bid type, ad group performance, ad level deep dive. So it will show you all these reports, and you have all these filters here. So imagine this is a template which you can obviously connect with your ad account, and you will have this report ready just for your account, like we did in our other report. So if you want to just use it, we do the same thing, edit and share. And this is your copy. You can rename it, and then you go here, you connect whichever ad account you want to create this report for, and then obviously the same way the sharing and everything. So that was about how you use the templates, different kind of templates for Google Ads, and you can just literally have this report ready and share with client, or even for your own reference. You can I even showed you how to change some stuff here and there within the template, and you can start with the template and make changes obviously on the go. But in case some people want to create a report from scratch, so that's what we are going to discuss now in this second section of the video. So for that, what you have to do is you have to go to Google Data Studio again, let's say, and instead of choosing these templates, what you do is you click on create new, a report. So I'll click on report, and what it will do is it will open a blank page for you. But now the first thing when you click on create a new report is it'll ask you about what your data source is, because Google Data Studio is not just used to create reports for your Google Ads. You can create reports from your Google Sheets. You can create reports from Google Analytics. Let's say I want to create a report where I want to have this graphical report for my Google Analytics data. You can connect it. And not just Google Analytics, I can create a report where I put different widgets showing reports from my Google Analytics, Facebook, Google Ads all together in one view. Obviously, that's a bit advanced topic. I might do a video on that, how to create, like I'm planning to do a video where I'll show one of the reporting dashboards I created for my client. I'll do a similar one, how do I create it from scratch. But this is just for you to know. And not just Google Analytics and Google Ads, you can you can put data from your campaign manager, Display 360, Google Ad Manager, I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, anything you can think of. Let's say, for example, if you're using Trade Desk, if you can do the Trade Desk, anything you can think of. But you have to remember one thing. For example, if I want to do Facebook reports, now like we did for Google Analytics and Google Ads, it's free. Now whenever your data source is, let's say, Google Sheets, Google Ads, it's free. The reporting is free. Data Studio is always free, but the connection with any of these Google properties is free. But if you want to do any dashboard where the data comes from outside Google properties like Facebook ads, then for that you have to use they're called connectors, and you pay for those connectors. For example, Supermetrics is one of the companies that provides connectors. You can choose different kind of plans for Supermetrics. You can choose, I think it starts from $5 or $7 a month for one user, and you can choose multiple sources. So you will have one Supermetrics account, and they have connections with Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and whatever. But if you just want to practice, I mean, the Supermetrics connectors are free for 30 days or 7 days. So you can just create an account, try adding your Facebook ads account just to create a dashboard. It is free for 7 days or 30 days, and then you will have to pay if you want. Anyways, that was a bit off topic. So let's say for now we want to stick to our topic, which is create a Google Ads dashboard from scratch. So I'll select Google Ads here, and then it'll ask me which account. So I want to create it for this account 1898, and I'll click on add. So now once I click on add, so by this, because I have access to this ad account, once I add this to this report, any widget I create, any data, any table I create here will get data from my Google Ads account, which I connected, which is the SLS properties. So I'll name this, let's say SLS properties Google Ads report. Now this is a blank page. So to add different kind of widgets, let's say I click on add a chart. So you can create all of these. So once you click on add a chart, you can create all of these kind of widgets, which is like a scorecard, a bar graph, a pie chart, a map. So let's say I just want to create something like this, which is I want to see clicks. I want to see how much is spent, how many clicks, and how many conversions for a particular date range to begin with. So I already got clicks here. Let's say I want it to appear in center. So if you see here, I can go to style and I can choose this, let's say centered. And let's say I want a background color, which is light green. And I want it to, so that's all. Okay. Now, once I finalize this widget, if you are creating any widgets, I mean more than one widget of the same kind, I would say just finalize one and just copy paste them and change the metrics, which I will show you. So now I want, along with the clicks, I want conversions. So I'll click copy, Control C, Control V, paste it here, align it here. And now if you see here, these are the details for this widget. If you see here, the metric here is clicks, but I want to change it to conversions. So now I have clicks, I have conversions, and then let's say I want to see costs as well. I'll do copy, paste again, and go to this widget here, change the metric from conversions to cost here. Okay, now I'll make it a bit bigger to just accommodate, or if I just want to be of the same size, what I can do is for this widget I can go to style, I can do compact numbers, so now it will appear at least within the box. Okay, but now by default it will be for last 28 days if you see here, but what if I want to add a date range here so that I can change the dates and I want to see how many clicks, conversions, and date spend in that particular date range. So for that, you go here, you click on add control and click on date range control. I want to keep it here so that it's easy for anyone to select the dates for which they want to check the report. Now let's say I also want to see daily conversions for last 15 days or whatever. So I'll go to add cart, I'll go to, let's say, this one here, column chart, and I will place it here and I'll make it like this. And for this one, because this is selected in the setup, I want the dimensions to be date. So I'll click on date, and metrics I want to be conversions. So I'll select conversions here. Now if you see here, this one is showing me daily conversions, how many leads, but let's say I want to see the number here, a label here. I'll click on this, then I'll go to, like in setup, you change metrics and dimensions, you go to style, and I'll click on show data labels. Now it will show me daily how many conversions am I getting. Now I can also, let's say I will add a background again for this to look similar. So I'll go to style, from blue, I will change the same color here. And then let's say I want to add a border as well. So I'll go to the border here and I will select, let's say, a black border for this. Okay, so our new report is ready. Similarly, you can add, let's say, a pie chart. You can even add a map. Let's say if you are targeting many cities and many countries, you can even add a map to show, let's say, whatever, how many conversions came from each country or whatever. You can add a table here. Let's say I want to quickly add, sorry, on this one, add a chart. So I can add a table with heat map here. So let's say I want to see campaign wise reports. So Then what I'll do is I'll select this, go to setup. I want dimension to be campaign name. I'll select campaign name, and I want to see conversions, and I want to also see clicks. So now I have this one here. So same way, once this report is ready, you click on view to see how the report will look like. This is how the report will look like. And then you can click on share, manage access. Anyone with the link can view, copy and share the link with your client or whoever. They can bookmark it. Whenever they go, they'll see real-time data. For example, if I go after 15 minutes, I open the report, it will be the reports until 15 minutes. And then again, I can select the date range here. For example, I can check any past date. I can check any past dates from here, and I can, like I said, download this report in a PDF form or anything like that. And as well as one more thing I wanted to mention here is that and apart from this, if you just don't, one is to share with the client. Let's say you want to add one more collaborator on this report from your team who also has edit access. In that case, you click on share. You click on add people. Let's say, for example, I want to add xyz@gmail.com. and I want to give him edit access. So I can click on send. They will get an invitation. Once they click, they can directly start editing with this report with you. So that's all about this video. I hope this was helpful in any way, but trust me guys, just play around with this. It's a very amazing tool, and a lot of people leverage this while pitching for businesses and showing that what special can they do for their clients. And even if you're a business owner, you can create a dashboard like this, so that with like one view you can see what's happening with your campaigns and paid media. You can upload any kind of data. So I'll leave that up to you to play around with different data sources from your Google Sheets or whatever. But I hope this video was helpful in any way. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.